Testing. All right, we're now live. I'm Thomas Buchanan. I'm encouraging you to start a water fast today. It's a new year, 2022, and you've got to do this, folks. If you want better health, if you want to finally once and for all lose weight and keep it off, consider starting a water fast. This is not my first water fast. My very first water fast, I started at 315 pounds. I woke up one day with all kinds of health issues, high blood pressure. My doctors were giving me thyroid pills. I'm an acute diabetic, almost died twice on the operating table. I had major serious health issues. What I learned about the medical profession is that as long as the medical profession can bill for lab work or a CAT scan or an MRI, they'll gladly do that. They are very poor at actually determining what the problem is and addressing the problem. So I woke up one day and I said, I'm tired of not feeling well. I'm tired of sleeping 22 hours a day. I'm tired of having a blood sugar level, A1C level of 12.5, 13.5, when a normal person without diabetes should be in the 5, 5.0, 5.9 range. So I said to myself, I'm going to address my weight first. I have no prior medical knowledge. I'm one of these people that, you go to your doctor and you expect him or her to have your best interests at heart. And I just trusted the medical profession and was very disappointed. So woke up one day and said, look, I need to lose weight. I don't know about the high blood pressure. I don't know about the diabetes. I don't know about all of the other issues that I have. I do know I'm fat. I do know I'm more than fat. I do know that I'm obese. And I'm sharing this with you because I want you to see how a 66-year-old man can lose weight and keep it off. I want you to see the speed bumps and the challenges that I have on a daily basis. And I hopefully want to encourage you based on what you see, because as I tell the 60 or 70 people now that have started their own water fast and who visit my channel on a daily basis, I'm not trying to sell you a book. I didn't write a book on how to lose weight. I'm not trying to sell you a supplement. I'm not trying to sell you a prepackaged food or a bottle of vitamins. I'm not trying to sell you a 6 DVD set for $3.95 and take your money. I'm here on a daily basis to show you what can be done and hopefully correct some of the side issues that you're having that I've already corrected in my own life. Let's address some of these. My blood pressure is now normal. My blood pressure was extremely high. My A1C number, I used to take 3 insulin shots a day. I don't take insulin. I don't take anything for my diabetes. My A1C number has dropped I don't know, I don't recall if it was 12 and a half or 13 and a half. I know it was extremely high, but it's dropped from that to a constant 6.5 now, and I'm really working on getting it lower into the fives. And this is without any medications, without any prescription drugs whatsoever. Thyroid issues, I had all kinds of thyroid issues. Those pretty much have been resolved along with the rest of my issues. So I'm proud to say I did this on my own. I did this by, number one, first addressing the weight issue. You've got to get the weight off. Yeah, you've got to find a way. You know, do liposuction if you want to do liposuction. Do the packaged foods. Do whatever you're comfortable with, but lose the weight. Okay? Because you will feel better, you will be healthier, you will be happier if you lose the weight. So I update my channel Monday through Friday. I don't update on the weekends, but I would encourage you to drop by, click on the subscribe button, and make sure you click the small bell to the right of the subscribe button and click all. That means you'll get all of the updates and you'll be notified every time I do a new video and update my status. And I update my weight, as I said, Monday through Friday. I step on the scale at the same time, wearing the same clothes, and I weigh myself. And I'm completely honest with you. Some days I gain a few pounds, half pound. Some days I lose a pound or two. But you can watch me struggle. You can watch me succeed. And hopefully I'll encourage you enough to where you'll join me in starting your own water fast. I've got people now who follow my channel around the world. I've got men and women who have started their own water fasts. I've got a lady in South Carolina that just started a water fast. I've got someone in Japan that is trying to lose 30 pounds. And you know, it really doesn't matter whether you're trying to lose 20 or 30 pounds, or if you're like one of my male viewers who he has started, his current weight is over 500 pounds. And he's started his own water fast. You can do this. So I want to explain to you that when I was a small child, I was injured by a machine and almost had my leg cut off. So I'm not, I tell you that not because I'm looking for pity from you. I tell you that because you should know that I can't play football and basketball, and I can't jog. I can't go work out at the gym and exercise. And so I had to come up with something that if all I did every day was get out of bed and go sit on the couch or in my easy chair, if that's the only exercise I got that day, that would still be enough to lose weight. And this water fast that I'm putting you on, you can do that. You can still lose weight. No exercise of any kind is required. Okay? I don't care whether you've got a healthy body or you've got bad knees or bad hips, or you, for whatever reason, you can't exercise. You don't need to exercise on this program. The other thing I had to figure out is, unfortunately, I have paid over my lifetime thousands upon thousands of dollars to Jenny Craig, Ideal Protein, Nutrisystem, and I could go on. I think you get the message. I couldn't really afford it at the time. I paid out the thousands of dollars to lose weight to those programs. And let me tell you, they all work. As long as you eat the little prepackaged foods, you'll lose weight. I guarantee it. Unless you cheat. But the negative to those prepackaged foods is you can't eat those prepackaged foods for life. At some point, you've got to go back to eating normal foods. You've got to go back to being a normal person in the way that you eat. And so I have found, as in Jenny Craig and Ideal Protein and Nutrisystem, you do lose the weight initially, and then when you go back to eating regular foods, you not only gain back all of the weight that you lost, but you actually gain more weight in addition to what you lost. So they work as long as you eat the prepackaged foods, but it's not a real solution. So I wanted to come up with a solution that would actually burn the fat around your waist, your buttocks, and your thighs. And I mean, if you're like me, first of all, I'm 66 years old. If you had told me, I prayed that I would find some way to just see 299. To me, that would have been a miracle for me to drop from 315 to 299. Well, I've lost substantially more weight than that. I have lost the equivalent of one small person now on water fasting. So if a 66-year-old man can do it, you can do it. That's the message I wanted to get out today. It's a new year, 2022. It's a perfect time, no more Christmas cookies and cakes, and Thanksgiving is over, and you don't have to worry about raiding the kids' Halloween candy because I'm sure they've eaten it all by now. So you really have no excuse. The other thing I wanted to make you aware is that water fasting costs you no money. You do not need to buy supplements. You do not need to buy prepackaged foods. You don't need to spend $1 on anything. Okay, if you have running tap water in your home, you're good. So if you would like to start a water fast, this is what I did. Day 1, I went off all medications. Now let me caution you, unless you are on medications and you're dying of cancer and you need to take your cancer meds, for Pete's sakes, take your medicine. If you're on any other meds, consider stopping taking the medicine. Medications actually prohibit weight loss. So consider on day 1, when you wake up tomorrow and you say, I'm going to try what he's suggesting for 30 days or 15 days, consider stop taking your medications immediately on day 1, which is what I did. Now, I was told you don't go cold turkey off your meds. You're going to injure your organs. You're going to do irreparable harm. Blah blah blah. Okay, didn't happen. Okay. What can I say? So from day 1 to day 7, you will be shocked to learn that not only obviously are you not allowed to eat any food, no liquids are to pass through your lips. no caffeine, no coffee, no tea, no water, no, you heard me right, no water for the first 7 days. And here's why. The first 7 days, you're purging yourself of the liquids that your body is currently retaining. Now, I know that's hard. That's a hard concept because even I have been told when I was trying to lose weight unsuccessfully, you can drink all the water that you want because water has 0 calories. And technically that's true. Water has 0 calories, but even too much water is bad for your health. So the first 7 calendar days on my water fast, you're not to drink any liquids, including water. You're not to eat any food. On day 8, you are allowed 3 glasses of water, 1 for breakfast, 1 for lunch, and 1 for dinner. You cannot consume all the water that you want starting on day 8. Only 3 glasses. And the glass sizes are anywhere from 8 to 12 ounce glasses of water. And that's all you get until you hit your goal weight. Now, let me strongly encourage you to have someone take a fat picture of yourself. I don't care whether you're trying to lose 25 pounds or 250 pounds. Have someone take a picture on day 1 when you start your water fast, a side view of just how obese you are, and then hang it on the refrigerator. The other thing that I want you to do, and I have mine right here, is I want you to take a 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and I want you to start weighing yourself every day, preferably in the morning. You must weigh yourself at the same time in the same clothes. And I want you to record how much weight you've gained or lost, and I want you to record your current weight for that morning. And you will be amazed and impressed at how much weight you actually lose. Try this for 30 days. Now, the first week I call the first week Hell Week. The first week is the most difficult because you've got family and friends and your spouse and your co-workers and your mom and dad and your brothers and your sisters telling you, you need to eat something. Here, eat this cookie. Here, eat this piece of cake. You know, you're going to damage your body. You know, the social pressure is pretty intense. Likewise, your body does not like not having food, and your body, first of all, if you're a heavy coffee drinker, you're going to, for 2 or 3 days, have one hell of a migraine headache, because going cold turkey off coffee, off of caffeine, is going to hurt you. The other thing my body did to me was I had a night or two where I probably got an hour, maybe 2 hours maximum sleep that night. My body would not let me sleep. So the first week is the hardest. About day 4 through day 6, you will hit, your body will finally realize that you're not going to feed it food, and you're not ingesting any liquid. And so your body will say to itself, I have to have something to burn for fuel, so I'm going to start burning the fat around his or her waist, buttocks, and thighs. And it's that day 4 through day 6 window where your body actually starts burning fat, and you literally start losing weight. Your body is burning the fat up and using it for energy. So those are just some things that you can expect to go through. I would, I would hide all of your cakes and cookies. I would throw out anything that you can that might tempt you to cheat, and I would please, I implore you, I beg you. It's a new year. I was not fat. I was obese. I have no intention of ever seeing 315 again. And I'm much lower than that right now. I'm in the low 200s. My goal weight, that's the other thing I wanted to mention, is not only should you have your spouse or friend take a fat picture and hang it on your refrigerator, have a goal weight. Again, when I first started, I'm like, oh, I would think it was Christmas if I could see 299. Well, I blew through 299, and I'm substantially lower than that. My current goal is 198, and I really, if my body will allow me, I'd like to see 188. Have a goal weight in mind that you're trying to achieve, and I would ask you to try a water fast for 30 days. Join me daily. I update my channel Monday through Friday, and you can hear how I'm doing, what challenges I'm overcoming, and you can actually see it work Monday through Friday. I mean, it's incredible. Again, no exercise is needed, no packaged foods are needed, no supplements are needed, and obviously no exercise is needed. I mean, no exercise. I couldn't believe you could lose weight and not exercise. I mean, I was expecting someone to say, oh, you've got to work out at the gym at least 4 times a week for 2 hours a session, and you've got to do weightlifting, and you don't need to do any of that, folks. And more importantly, you can't say to me you can't afford water fasting. Okay? I don't buy that. You're not going to spend any money on food, so you can afford it. And I'd like to address one more point before I go. I'm sure that you have the reaction that I initially had thinking about starting my own water fast when I was 315 pounds. My very first thought was I couldn't go 15 minutes without eating food, let alone 4 weeks or 8 weeks or 12 weeks. I could never do that. And I'm sure you're sitting there saying, oh, I agree. I could never do that. Could never go 8 hours without eating food. Let me put it into perspective for you. You already water fast. You just don't know that you do. Now you're saying, well, no, I don't water fast. I've never water fasted, and I probably never will. I don't think I can. You're wrong. You're wrong. Now, how can I say that when I don't know you? Listen. Look at it from this perspective. If you go to bed at, let's say, 10 o'clock every evening, and you get up at, let's say, 6 o'clock in the morning, the next morning, from 10 o'clock in the evening until 6 a.m. the following day, which is 8 hours, I will bet you that you don't get up and raid the refrigerator. I will bet you that you sleep during that time period. So you've fasted for 8 hours from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. So you are fasting. You just don't know that you're fasting. You haven't realized it. So you're already doing it for 6-8 hours a day. Why don't you extend that? And instead of doing fasting for 6-8 hours a day, try a water fast. Try it for 30 days. You will be impressed with the results, and you and I can work out together not only how we're going to lose the weight, but how we're going to keep the weight off and maintain our weight. I've got some ideas on how I'm going to do it, and you can watch me fail, and you can watch me succeed, and you can watch me adjust my maintenance plan once I reach my goal weight. But for right now, I wanted to get on the air and ask you, beg you, plead with you to consider starting a water fast. Don't do it today. Do it tomorrow morning. Do it when you wake up. Weigh yourself and say, today is the first day of the rest of my life. I'm going to start my own water fast. I'm going to see if this guy is blowing smoke up my ass, or if I can actually, first of all, lose the weight that I want to lose. And second of all, if he and I can keep the weight off and maintain a reasonable weight. You will be so glad that you started a water fast. I can't tell you, I'm 66 years old. I feel better today than I have felt in 20 years. Do I still have some medical issues? I do. But, you know, the blood pressure issues are gone. The A1C number has been cut in half. The thyroid issues have just disappeared. So, again, I beg you, I plead with you, consider starting your own water fast tomorrow morning. Make sure you take your fat picture or have someone take it of you, and make sure that you have a goal weight in mind. And absolutely, certainly, keep track. I do it week 1, day 1, week 1, day 2, week 1, day 3, and that's how I keep track of how much I've lost. It's been good talking to you. I hope that you have a healthy and happy and financially prosperous 2022. I will be glad to get rid of COVID and all of those issues. By the way, get your shots. You know, please get vaccinated, get your booster shots. I have. You know, I keep hearing the majority of the people in the hospitals are the unvaccinated people. So a lot of people have worked on developing those vaccines. They're not perfect, but they may save you from an extended hospital stay. Make sure you click the subscribe button and certainly click the bell next to the subscribe button and click the word all, and you'll get a notification when I update my channel. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. I hope this video has encouraged you. I hope I've challenged you. And again, you will not be sorry if you start your water fast tomorrow. Just expect for the first 7 days, it's going to be rough. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The first 7 days are the hardest, and it seems like the eighth day forward, it gets a whole lot easier. So have a great new year, have a prosperous new year, and have a healthy new year, and let's together lose weight. It's been a pleasure speaking with you.